Welcome to another episode of What's the Buzz with GRIN2B Foundation. I'm GRIN2B Foundation board member Phil Ash. GRIN2B Foundation's mission focuses on three pillars: supporting our families, funding research on GRIN2B-related neurodevelopmental disorder, and promoting awareness for this ultra-rare disorder. Today's episode of What's the Buzz recaps important ongoing research for GRIN2B. We also have some exciting new research initiatives in the works for 2022. Back in 2019, GRIN2B Foundation was excited to award its first research grant to Dr. Caitlin Hudak. Hudak planned to perform EEGs on various GRIN2B patients to look for specific biomarkers and to link those biomarkers to specific clinical behaviors. Unfortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic put Dr. Hudak's work on hold. This past summer, Dr. Hudak was finally able to begin her studies, and she has spent the past several months traveling all over the United States to see GRIN2B patients. Her research is ongoing, and we are very excited to learn more about biomarkers and clinical behaviors in our bees. This past July, in lieu of an in-person family weekend, GRIN2B Foundation instead held its first GRIN2B Hive webinar series, featuring the neuroscientists, doctors, and organizations on the front lines of learning more about GRIN2B-related neurodevelopmental disorder. If you missed any of this series, all webinar episodes are available on our YouTube channel. One of our webinars featured Dr. Hongji Yuan from Emory University, providing us with an update on his 2020 grant from GRIN2B Foundation: Rescue Pharmacology and Therapeutic Strategies to Treat Pediatric Neurological Disorders Associated with a Loss-of-Function GRIN2B Variant. Dr. Yuan is progressing in his studies of mice genetically altered with a specific GRIN2B loss-of-function variation. The hope is that studying this variant mouse model will lead to quicker efficacy in terms of potential specific drug treatments for loss-of-function GRIN2B disorders. And we are pleased to announce that we are continuing to support Dr. Yuan's ongoing research. Similar to his first grant studying a loss-of-function GRIN2B variant, we have awarded $40,000 for him to study a GRIN2B gain-of-function variant. You can learn more about our latest research grant on our website. Looking ahead, we are very excited to begin promoting a new clinical trial for GRIN2B patients, brought to us by GRIN Therapeutics. Let's listen to a brief overview of this clinical trial.
Hello, my name is Hilary Savoie. I am the head of community engagement and communication at GRIN Therapeutics. And I come to this role with a decade of experience, not only as a rare disease advocate, but also as the mother of a medically complex child. GRIN Therapeutics was established in September 2021 by our founder and CEO, Dr. Pierandrea Muglia. He was inspired to establish this company with a focus on developing Rudiprodil for children with gain-of-function genetic variants in GRIN disorders, after meeting the GRIN community 2 years ago at the 2019 GRIN conference held at Emory University in Atlanta. At GRIN Therapeutics, our small patient-focused team is working hard to initiate the first clinical study in Rudiprodil in children living with GRIN2B gain-of-function genetic variants, with a goal to establish appropriate dosing based on safety and initial effect. Rudiprodil is a pediatric phase 2-ready selective NR2B negative allosteric modulator. It has a safety database from over 400 adults. It was used safely in 3 treated infants with an effect on seizures and spasms in these treatment-resistant patients. Rudiprodil rectifies in vitro overactive NR2B gain-of-function in specific variants, and it shows anticonvulsant activity in several preclinical seizure models. It has the potential to treat seizures and other symptoms in children with GRIN2B gain-of-function genetic variants. In the coming months, we will develop a pediatric formulation and complete a submission to regulatory bodies with a goal toward enrolling our first patients in the second half of 2022. Most importantly, we will also engage in the open and collaborative dialogue with the GRIN community that is required to develop a potential treatment in an ultra-rare disorder. The path to clinical trials is absolutely complex. However, we see you, the GRIN community, as our most important partners in that process. Thank you.
2022 is going to be a very exciting year for our community. Make sure you're following us on social media and that you're enrolled in the family registry on our website to stay on top of important updates. Finally, as we reach the end of 2021, please consider donating to GRIN2B Foundation during the season of giving. We have made great strides in supporting research in 2021, and we need your support more than ever in 2022 in order to make gains in understanding and potentially treating GRIN2B-related neurodevelopmental disorder. Donations can be given via our social media pages or directly through our website at www.grin2b.org. That's it for this episode of What's the Buzz? I'm Phil Ash. Thank you for watching.